Wagwan, good people. It's your guy Zachariah here live from Yerushalayim. Parashat Pinchas, is a interesting parsha, especially as it aligns with what's going on in the world right now. The whole world's finally back on the same Torah portion, Baruch Hashem. And you have Pinchas, who is one that was a descendant of Yitro, who was a Midianite, and in essence, he takes a zealous act uh, on behalf of the people, and he eliminates Zimri and Cosby. Cosby was a princess of Midianite descent, and Zimri was a descendant of the tribe of Shimon. And Pinchas, sees immorality taking place before him, and he decides, enough is enough. I got to do something. Now, what's so crazy to me about all this is, and sorry, you can see my glasses ain't the cleanest. I got a little dust over there. But you can see that Pinchas does not allow his position to get in the way of doing what is right. He sees something happening that's immoral, and although the leadership, Moshe and Aaron, or any of the judges or tribal leaders at the time, none of them take action. Pinchas takes action, and by him taking that action, he spares the people from greater destruction and calamity. And again, what he took action on was actually even against those of rank. Zimri was of esteemed lineage and heritage, and Cosby was also princess and of royal descent. And yet Pinchas took action. What does that say to us in our lives and our everyday? It says that oftentimes it might not be those in the positions that are deemed appropriate or authoritarians to act. Sometimes they may not. They may not take the action that's needed to save the people. And yet we see that Pinchas didn't allow any of that to get in his way. And even though the people he was even going to take action on, some would say had more esteem lineage-wise than he, yet he still took action. So how does that apply to us in our daily lives? It applies because right now we're at a point in the world where for sure action's got to be taken. For sure there's questions whether or not those in the right positions are making the right decisions. Are they, doing what's needed to spare the people? And many would question and wonder and say, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not doing all that is needed. They're not taking action, not just the elected leaders, but even the leaders within the subgroups of the different communities and factions. And what has to be done? Someone needs to take action to put an end to the immorality. You could say there's a lot of immorality taking place in the world, and you could pick your corner of the world. We don't even have to address any particular one, but for sure we live in an immoral time where things are being done in plain sight, in view, that further deter and lead others to a path that's not becoming of righteousness. And something has to be done. The question is, who are you going to be in the story? Are you going to be Zimri? Or are you going to be one that's openly defiling and doing that which shouldn't be done? Are you going to be Cosby? Are you going to be one that's used as a tool to further perpetuate and to sort of mislead people and in plain sight? Are you going to be, Moshe and Aaron in this case, who saw but were so distressed and distraught, didn't take action? Are you going to be the other tribal leaders who saw but didn't take action? Maybe we're slowly being persuaded towards, participating negatively as well. Or are you going to be Pinchas? Are you going to step out and make a move and get active and do something on the sake of what's right and the sake of righteousness and fairness? And sometimes having to do what is right puts a monkey wrench in the power vacuum or in the royal lineage vacuum. What does that have to do with righteousness? Because Hashem is above all things. So I encourage everyone that's listening to this to take action, to see what's going on in the world, to see and know that something's got to be done, and to step up and take action and do something on that. And in doing so, you will not only be elevated in who you are, you also have your genealogy honored and cemented as being one that created and perpetuated forward a righteous individual, man. Bless up Parashat Pinchas, man. We with it.